Ukraine has sunk another Russian warship. It happened in Crimea, the port of Sevestopol to be specific. Ukraine carried out overnight strikes on the port. Russian minesweeper Kovrovets was hit. It was a Project 266M Natya class minesweeper. And it was part of the Russian Black Sea Fleet. What do we know about the vessel? It was 200 feet long. Minesweepers, as the name suggests, are designed to remove or detonate mines. The Kovrovets was used for mine-sweeping operations. It was also used for reconnaissance and control sweeping. You see, this was an old vessel. Russia's Soviet-era minesweepers were built in the 1970s and the 1980s. Each of these vessels can carry a crew of 68. The Kovrovets was of the two minesweepers of the Black Sea Fleet. It sank in the early hours of May 19. Let me now read out for you what the Ukrainian Navy wrote on its Telegram channel. The naval forces of the armed forces of Ukraine, together with their comrades, continue to bring us closer to victory, quote unquote. Some reports say Ukraine could have possibly also blown up a guided missile boat, the Cyclone. The ship was delivered to the Black Sea Fleet in 2023, and on the fateful morning, the corvette was close to the minesweeper. Whether or not the vessel was really destroyed, we don't know just yet. Now, while these reports surface, Ukraine has not said anything about the weapon it used to target the port in Crimea, but some Russian bloggers are convinced that Kiev used ATACMS, that's short for Army Tactical Missile Systems rockets. America has supplied ATACMS to Ukraine. These are long-range surface-to-surface missiles. Ukraine has been asking for these weapons, by the way, since the start of the war. But it was only in April that the White House announced that it had reversed a ban on the export of long-range missiles to Ukraine. The White House said it was sending 140 surface-to-surface missiles. But here's the thing. There are several models. Which one did America send? Analysts picked up hints from Ukrainian strikes in late April and May. They said America could have sent the M39A1 Block I missile armed with a cluster munition warhead. But here's the thing. Cluster munitions cannot sink a warship. War bloggers in Russia claim the US could have also sent Ukraine the more modern M48 or M57 ATACMS missiles. These missiles are armed with a single warhead which is loaded with over 200 kgs of high explosives. But here's something that reports point out. The ATACMS hit within 5 to 9 meters of an aiming point, which means it's not an ideal weapon for targeting a medium-sized warship. What we must remember here is that Ukraine has been targeting Russian warships for a while now. In fact, since the beginning of the war, Ukraine's forces have damaged or sunk over a dozen ships of the Black Sea Fleet. In April 2022, Ukraine sank the Russian Black Sea Fleet's most powerful cruiser, Moskva. In September 2023, an assault ship was destroyed, as was a missile attack submarine following the sinking of the minesweeper. Ukraine's defense ministry has remarked that it was, quote unquote, another bad day for the Russian Black Sea Fleet. That said, the situation on the ground beyond the port in Crimea is not looking all that great for Ukraine. Russian troops have made incursions into northeastern Ukraine. Russia is pushing into the Kharkiv region. In an interview to a news agency, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky admitted that the situation on the battlefield was, quote unquote, one of the most difficult he had known since the start of the war.
To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Time now for Gravitas Recall. It's the 21st of May, and on this day in 1991, former Indian Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated in a suicide bombing attack. He was campaigning in the South Indian state of Tamil Nadu for the next round of the parliamentary elections. About 2 hours after arriving in Chennai, Rajiv Gandhi was driven by a motorcade. Upon reaching the site of the campaign rally, he left his car and began walking towards the dais to deliver his speech. Along the way, he was garlanded by well-wishers and party workers, and that is when the assassin approached and greeted him. She was a member of LTTE, a militant organization that was based in Sri Lanka, seeking an independent Tamil state. Rajaratnam bent down to touch Rajiv Gandhi's feet and detonated an RDX explosive-laden belt tucked below her dress. The bomb exploded at exactly 10:10 p.m. Gandhi, his assassin, and 14 others were killed. 43 others were grievously injured in the blast. The assassination was caught on film by a local photographer who also died in the blast. The LTTE had sought revenge against Gandhi because the Indian troops he had sent to Sri Lanka in 1987 to help enforce a peace accord had ended up fighting the Tamil separatist guerrillas. On the 24th of May 1991, a state funeral was held for Gandhi, which was telecast live and was attended by dignitaries from over 60 countries. Rajiv Gandhi was cremated at Veer Bhumi on the banks of the river Yamuna near the shrines of his mother and also former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, his brother Sanjay Gandhi, and grandfather and the first Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru.
To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
There is new hope to find a treatment for infertility. Scientists in Japan have achieved a breakthrough in reproductive medicine. They have found a way to mass generate human cells that can turn into sperm and eggs. Our next report getting you the details.
Infertility is a major issue worldwide. Estimates suggest that 1 in 6 people of reproductive age have experienced infertility. The adverse health effects can go beyond the reproductive issues. For years, scientists have tried to find a cure. They might be close. In Japan, scientists have found a way to turn ordinary human cells into sperm and eggs. Scientists at the Kyoto University achieved the feat as they mass-generated cells capable of turning into sperm or eggs. Mass-producing germ cells could eventually lead to new treatments for infertility. Obtaining human cells at an earlier developmental stage had always been a challenge for the researchers. However, this time they were able to achieve this. How? In the groundbreaking research, scientists used pluripotent stem cells to create the cells. These type of stem cells are capable of giving rise to a multitude of different cell types. The laboratory production of sperm and eggs from any cell in the body is known as in vitro gametogenesis or IVG. Japanese scientists have already achieved IVG in mice. Now, after years of research, the goal is to achieve this feat in humans.
To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.